Hello everyone, and today we are going to talk about Trickest. It's for security automation. Basically, you won't need to install any tool. Everything is on the cloud. It's really useful to save you a lot of time. When you jump into the platform, this is what you see. Most important things here is the chat, if you need to chat with the people, get support, and the documentation. So if you click here, it's gonna take you to this page with bunch of materials on how the platform works, how you should be designing your automation workflows, etc. But I will leave that for you to read. I'm not gonna read it for you. I'm gonna give you a breakdown of the platform and give you a bit of a walkthrough on how to actually create automation workflows. It's perfect for cybersecurity enthusiasts, for red teamers, for organizations, for bug bounty hunters especially. So this is the home page. Here we have our credits at our disposal. We have our spaces right here. And basically spaces are just an abstraction to allow you to organize your workflows. Then we have all of our workflows right here, and we can open them in editor if we click on this button right here. But we're gonna get into this a bit later. So this UI here might be a bit overwhelming, but I'm gonna explain it in a bit. And here we have historical runs of all of the workflows that we have executed. And here we can upload some files that we can use as information inside of our workflows. And then this is quite interesting. We have a library of scripts, tools, and workflows. So other people have created and published automation workflows that we can use for ourselves. And there's a bunch of stuff. Like, just look at this. I'm not even gonna go over any of these. Like, you have reconnaissance, content discovery, scanning, vulnerability analysis, all kinds of stuff. Then in the settings, basically you can check out your fleet, how many machines you have available in the cloud that are going to actually be executing all of the tools, etc. And you have your API key that you can use to first communicate with the API or use it inside of the Trickest CLI tool, because they have a command line tool that you can use to interact with the cloud, execute workflows, check the results, etc. But we're gonna go straight into the interesting stuff. So we're gonna create a space here. We're gonna say YouTube tutorial. I'm gonna create it. Hit on that, and then let's create a workflow. And the project is basically just additional layer of abstraction inside of a space to organize workflows. So new workflow, we can do test and we can create it, and let's jump right in it. So what is this? Allow me to explain. On your left side you have tools, scripts, and inputs. So for example, just click and drag and drop this string right here, click on that node, and on your right side you have the node inspector, where you can see all kinds of properties of a node. So here we can type something like duckduckgo.com, and here in the middle on the top we can save our workflow. We can check the workflow history, we can schedule this workflow to run periodically, and we can execute it. So, but at the moment we don't have anything to execute, so what we can go back to the library, and we can check for something like smap. It's a basically nmap alternative powered by Shodan. So what we can do is just grab this little circle over here, and you can see that target got highlighted. So you just drag and drop it, and that's it. So we save it, we hit run, and now it asks us how many machines do need to work on this workflow. And at the moment we have only one node, and trust me, small machine, it's gonna be fine for almost every tool. So we can hit execute. We can wait a bit. It's gonna basically spin up the ASMAP in a Docker container. It's gonna put DuckDuckGo as input, and then we are going to be able to see the output of that tool inside of this platform. So you see, it's quite convenient. You are not relying on any kind of Linux distribution, pen testing operating system. Like, you basically have everything that you need to create really powerful automation inside of your browser. I mean, that's amazing. So it's completed. Basically, it took 40 seconds. If we check out here, we can go to the standard output. We click on it, and yeah, here is the output. We have the scan for DuckDuckGo, and we have port 80 and 443 open, which is quite interesting. We can do something like sub finder. So subfinder is a tool for finding subdomains, and I think it's placed inside of the recon or network. So basically, all the tools are categorized, and if you click on one, it's gonna expand. And then if you wanna know more about a particular tool, you click on this sign right here. It's gonna give you a quick description, and if you really wanna dive deep into what that tool does and how it does it, you click on that read more button. Here you're gonna have a link to the repository, description, and all of the parameters of a tool documented right here, which is great. So let's go back. So if I have a sub finder and then something like sub lister, what you can actually do is go here. Okay, use cat all in to take the outputs of these tools, and then we can sort and deduplicate them like this. So we can combine outputs of multiple tools. And at that point, what we can do is like smap. So then we can do, so as you can see, we can drag and drop this file here like targeted list. But if the tool did not accept a file, but it required a URL, what you can do is you can use a file splitter, take this file, put it here, and take the output and use it as a single value. But in this case, we don't actually need that one. So let's see, we're gonna check it out with smap, and then so Go is basically a tool that's gonna fetch known URLs for each subdomain. So what we can do also, take in the targets, put it right here, and then what else do we need? Let's see, network. Oh yeah, we can actually check for course related issues like this. We have three tools. In this case, I'm gonna use one tool. I'm not sure which one is better. Let's use this one. I mean, yeah. So, and then maybe what else issues do we wanna find? So yeah, so we can check for host header injections. So like we can just do this and basically put the file like this. So as you can see, we can reuse this workflow for many targets. So we're gonna check the subdomains, we're gonna merge, sort them, deduplicate them, we're gonna do port scanning, we're gonna find URLs, we're gonna check for course related issues, we're gonna check for host header injections. I'm gonna do config, set this one to large and this one to medium. Like again, these tools do not require you to have a medium or a large machine, I just want them to be executed in parallel, and at the moment I have three different machines of three different kinds. So I'm gonna execute this one, and then we can check out the workflow in a bit. So like you can just create stuff, iterate, go forward, and the platform will take care of the rest for you. Best thing here is the amount of time you save. Imagine if first I needed to install a VM, or I want to try some other tool, but it's not present in my Kali or Parrot distribution. Some dependency might be broken or not supported on my system because I don't know, some stupid thing. But here, it just works. That's the beauty. So here we have some output from the subfinder and sublister. So here when we sort, basically we got a bunch and bunch and bunch of subdomains. Let's check the smap. As you can see, we have port scans for all of these hosts. And if you check the course test, yeah, let's see. So yeah, we are informed about the state of the course policy, which is quite interesting. Let's see here. So host handler injection failed on, I think, basically on all of the hosts, which is not surprising. Like, I'll be surprised if host header injection did work. Like, that's a quite old issue, ancient issue. And here we can see Gao is producing quite a lot of results. So you have to think about how you automate and scale bug bounties. As you can see, we have a lot of URLs with all kinds of different parameters. What you can do is take the output of this tool, put it in a bash script, because you can, like, for example, like, so yeah, like you can just execute a script, like do it like this. Take the output of this tool, put it inside of here, and here you have basically the input and output folder, and there you have the output file that you can just read and do stuff with it. So my point being is, with all this kind of scripting, you can filter out URLs with parameters, and then just put those URLs through a tool like SQL map and check automatically for SQL injections. It's that simple.